I do 2 shows in one day. But I'm getting sick and tired of all the rubbish that I'm seeing on YouTube. Now, make no mistake. If you recall and you go back to my video, you'll see that I call Diddy a punk several times. And I stand by that there because he is. He's a crybaby punk. That's all he is with money. Okay? And his money worked for him. Hi, Crazy Chris. Thank you for being here. Agent Orange. All right. I don't know if you folks. Today, I scour YouTube. Okay? I hear one guy talking about, well, he got a lighter sentence because of his government contacts. Okay? Show me the government contacts. Where are his government contacts? All right? All you're doing is saying something that you don't know nothing about. Then there's somebody out there that posted, it looks like it's Donald Trump talking, but it's AI. Okay? It's AI. I think it's courthouse something or other. Okay? Total AI. All right? Because if Trump said he was not going to give a pardon to Diddy, it would have been on national news and the newspaper and all over every place else. People don't think. And then people are calling saying he's a rat. Well, if he's a rat and it's on his paperwork in prison, you could bet they'd have him separated. Okay? So if he's a rat, show me the 302s. Show me this information. People want to talk, he's a rat, he's a rat, he's a rat. Maybe he is. I'm not saying he's not. But I'm not saying he is either because I don't have the proof. Okay? I mean, it's just people come up for getting clicks and likes and all that stuff. Okay? And here I am, the only one to give you true facts and tell you how it is. Are you sick and tired of it like I am? Okay? Do I think more charges are coming for Diddy? I think the government has sufficient other charges to bring against him. Will they? I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. Nobody, the U.S. attorney is not going to tell us what they're doing or what they're investigating. They don't do that. But, you know, the judge did mention Christina Coram and the bodyguards and other people that were affiliated with Diddy and should have been indicted along with him. Why weren't they? Why weren't they used for witnesses? Here again, I don't have that answer. Maybe they had the opportunity to, but did they do it? Obviously, we didn't see Christina Coram testifying, so we didn't see the guards testifying. So was this just a crappy, from the onset, crappy indictment by Maureen Comey? And folks, I don't have any love for Maureen Comey, don't get me wrong here, okay? By the way, folks, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, okay? Like, share, do all those good things. Damian Williams, I'm glad you mentioned Damian Williams because the indictment began with Damian Williams. Everybody forgot about him, okay? It's like he just left somewhere on the moon. Where is he, okay? Where is Damian Williams? Well, he left because he knew he was going to be replaced by Donald Trump. That's why he left, because he was a Democrat. And he knew Trump would replace him. Trump has replaced the district attorney, the U.S. attorney, with Jay Clayton, his guy, who went after Diddy at sentencing very vigorously. And he didn't get what he wanted. The probation office did not get. The Trump gave lower than what the probation officer recommended. Now, who spent a lot of time with Diddy? It was the probation officer. That probation officer could have wrote a lot more in that report, but he didn't. And remember, he interviewed Diddy, so he spent a lot of time with Diddy, one-on-one. So did something happen there? I don't know. Did I wake up from the dead? No, I've been away, buddy. Okay? Folks, I just discussed it. I mean, why do people make up this shit, but they can't back it up with anything? This morning, I backed up with what I said to you about Diddy being punked there in prison because it wasn't true. People just forget the fact that he's in what's called a sort of special housing unit there at MDC with only 20 inmates. That's nothing. He's not in general population. Will they put him in general population? More than likely they're going to try. If he doesn't have on his papers that he's a rat, they'll put him in general population. No reason why not to. All right? I think Vietnam was someplace we should have never been, but we were, okay? Just like these wars that we're in now, we shouldn't be there, you know? Folks, am I disgusted with the government? Yes, I am, okay? Thank you, Keisha. Folks, I come here, I give my time to tell you the truth, and I hope some of you learn something from it. Okay? But everybody's calling this guy a rat, a rat, a rat. I hear it all over the place, but nobody's showing me 302s. Okay? Do they even know what a 302 is? They probably don't. Okay? But yet they're saying it. All right? They can't give a name of somebody that he ratted on, but we don't know that. Okay? I mean, it's just amazing what these people do. And they got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Hundreds of thousands. Folks, I was indicted on a real RICO case with 14 others. A Colombo crime family indictment. All my time, every day I was in prison, I was in general population. I never ratted. Never. I was respected in prison, as all Italians who were not. I was never put in special housing. That's where they put rats. Okay? We got some bad people here today, folks. No, I don't have a moderator here. Okay, sometime my son will come on. Okay, I just let people be who the hell they are. If they're stupid enough and want to leave crappy messages, let them do it. Okay, YouTube will take them down. All right? Well, Diddy be respected? Diddy has a lot of money. Money is powerful even in prison. Diddy will pay off the shot caller. Thank you, Stephen. All right, thank you, my friend, Stephen. All right, for that $10 in the super chat. Thank you, I appreciate that. So will he be respected? No, he's not going to be respected. He's a woman beater. And for being a woman beater, it's been all over the world, that video has been seen of how he beat and trashed Cassie Ventura like she was a rag doll. Donald Trump has seen that. Yes, President Trump has seen that. You think he's going to pardon Diddy? Really, folks? You could love him or hate him. He's not going to pardon Diddy. I don't even know why it's open for conversation. All right? Trump does not like men who beat women. I don't know of any real man that does like. Maybe some of these people leaving their last nasty messages are woman beaters. That's my belief. Okay? So take pardoning off the table. But I'm calling out for all you YouTubers who come out and say he's got government contacts. Tell us who the government contacts are. I'm telling all you folks who say he's a rat and he's been a rat for the FBI. Show me who he ratted on. I bet you can't. Okay? But yet you want to talk about it. Got a lot of messages being held for review here. Okay? Diddy's people. Diddy's people, I don't care about you. Okay? Quite obviously. All right? Because you're moronic imbeciles. You don't have a brain. You can't read. You can't write. You got no knowledge about anything. You think Diddy's going to do something for you when he gets out. And Diddy will be getting out. Will there be another indictment? I say possibly there could be. I say there should be. Okay? But will there be? I don't know. My feeling is the government got exactly what they wanted. They got all his videos and all his tapes and all that, and they know all the powerful people that were on there. They'll use those tapes for their own need. They will never share it with us. Okay? Never. I'm not talking about Charlie Kirk, 'cause we're not going to know the truth about that either. So why do we even bother? Okay? Picardo, you're new here. Subscribe to my channel, please. Okay? Well, because I got really great story. All true, all factual, and I back up everything I say. In my book, folks, in my book, The Accidental Gangster, from insurance salesman to Hollywood fixer, okay? In the back of my book is my paperwork, my indictment, my plea deal, okay? My motions, everything you want to know about a court case. Read it in this book, okay? It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and you want an autographed copy, go to my profile, to my website, all right? Mr. Stevenson, yes, I will. Diddy, thank you, Crazy Kiss. Appreciate that there. Diddy should kiss the ground. 40 months? 40 months. I spent 30 months of my time right there in MDC. He's only been there 13, going on 13, not even 13 yet. Okay? 50 months. Okay? So he's got 2.5 years left. Smartest thing he could do, keep his mouth shut. All right? Don't even appeal. Now let's talk about why did the judge give all that leniency to allow a lawyer to put that dog and pony show on that they put on, to show that video. Never before have I seen that, okay? Never. Suge Knight even talked about it, that they couldn't, he wasn't allowed to do that, okay? And it was garbage, showing him with his kids when they were young, all right? The judge allowed that because the judge knows that his attorneys are going to appeal it, which they are. They haven't submitted the appeal yet. It takes them time to write the appeal up. They have to go through every single word of the court case and the sentencing because they're going to try to overturn it going against something that the judge might have done or might have said. And that's how appeals happen. Will it get approved? I can't see how because I think Judge Submarinian covered his tracks really well. He leaned over backwards for the defense. He leaned over backwards by allowing that sentencing to go on for the entire day. Folks, when I got sentenced, it was 45 minutes tops. In and out. The judge didn't have to listen to that. He didn't have to approve all that, but he did. I don't know, folks, what's going on, okay? What's going on in this world? Stray kids, I dress to show you folks respect. I come to you in a respectful way every time I come to you, okay? His lawyer's a bunch of crybabies too, okay? They know they got a hell of a deal. But, you know, they're going to continue. They want to stay in the case as long. Understand something. They have a client. They got a cash cow with Diddy. They're getting millions and millions of dollars. You think they want it to end? No way do they want it to end. That's why you're going to see Garagos and Mark and Nifolo and Kenny and all these others there all the time. Okay? Because they get paid by Diddy every time they go on and do a show. Okay? They send, Diddy got to pay for that. Okay? It's not free for him. Don't think they're doing it just for their own good. They know what they're doing. They got a cash cow. And they're going to drain that cash cow right to the end. Dr. Medic, you want to know who I am? Go on my profile, read about me, or Google my name and find out. Okay? There's a lot there about me. Okay? It's not often lawyers get a client that got the kind of money that Diddy had. Okay? What'd I do? 3 years homeless or 1 year in prison? 1 year in prison. He had the gun, He had gun charge. Maureen Comey did a horrible job. I said it 1,000,000 times. Okay? I really seriously think she arranged writing that indictment with a defense. Okay? Because nobody could write that bad of an indictment. Not being in a prosecutor office, especially in the Southern District of New York. Okay? Now, I don't know if she wrote it, rewrote it, did something after Damian Williams. I don't know that. Okay? Or was it the same one that he had prepared before he left? Okay? Yeah, the Comeys are not good people, that's for sure. Okay? Folks, I couldn't hold back. I had to come back and just share my thoughts. Okay? The appeal could take 8 months to a year, and Diddy will be in NMDC Brooklyn for all that time. Okay? They will not transfer him to another prison. And when they do transfer him, if he loses the appeal, okay, he will go more than likely to FCI medium facility. I doubt that they will put him in a camp because he's got violence on that indictment. It's all over the place. Okay? Yeah, his points are low enough to be put in the camp. But when you got violence, they don't. Happened to me. I know that part very well too. I tried getting transferred to the camp. I'll never forget the day that I had to go see this counselor. Her office was set up in the gym. And when I walked in, she said, stand at the door. And I stood at the door, what's your name? What's my name? And then my name goes up on her computer. She pushes back her chair against the wall. She said, you're a very violent person. That's why you're here. That was the end of it, okay? Now, Diddy's not a pawn. If there were people above Diddy, Diddy would have been ratting them out, okay, and would have been out of prison. There's nobody above Diddy, okay? If there was, it would have been brought out. We would have known it. You could say Clyde Davis. You could say all the people in the music business. Yes, it's very notorious in the music business. What's wrong with these guys? You know, I've been in the studio with a lot of these people. I granted, they smoke a lot of weed, that's for sure. I mean, you can cut the air with a scissor with the weed that they smoke, all right? Everybody thinks Diddy will be indicted again on other charges, but we were going to see. I don't have the answer. I wish I did, folks. But I'm here at my home in Los Angeles. I'm not in the offices of the U.S. Attorney in the Southern District of New York. Are there state cases that they can bring against Diddy? I think there are, because with some of these civil lawsuits that are coming out, okay, there were some children involved at the time. So I think some states that could hurt Diddy. I don't think there was a statute of limitation on that there. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. I did not investigate it or look up the law on that, so I can't tell you. All right? No, Emerson. No, I doubt very seriously that Trump will not pardon Diddy, okay? That would really be a bad mark on Trump's record, and he doesn't want that kind of thing happening, okay? So, folks, I wanted to come. I had to come and get this off my chest. I want to thank you all for coming. Okay? Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay? So, I thank you folks once again. All my love and respect to you all. Have a great day.